Hi, so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some money saving ideas for packed school lunches. And I have 5 young children myself if you're new around here, 4 of which are school age, so I definitely do have a little bit of practice in making up lunch boxes. It's something that I quite enjoy doing, but I'm fully aware that the cost involved in making a packed school lunch can spiral out of control as well. So these are things that I've been doing over the years that I've found very useful in keeping the costs down. So let's get on with the video. A good habit that I got myself into is to cook up some meat at the start of the week. So either a ham joint, a few chicken fillets, or roasting a chicken. In this instance, I'm just seasoning a chicken with salt and pepper and lemon inside the carcass. So once it's cooled, I shred it all down, and I like to keep it plain because it means I can use it in all variations for sandwich fillings, pastas, or even salads. And I also like to keep them in an airtight container. That way it will keep fresh in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. With this simple meal prep, I have meat at hand that I can just pull out and put together a lunch. In this instance, I'm doing a flatbread sandwich. If you look at the cost per 100 grams in the shops, you'll find that by doing this, you can save up to 3 times the cost of pre-prepared or sliced meat. My next tip is to make your own jelly. This is so quick to do and also a fun activity that the kids can join in with. So I'm using 1 sachet priced at 40p. I went for the strawberry sugar-free flavour. As per instructions, I'm adding boiling water and stirring until it's all dissolved. Then I top it up with cold water and you have your jelly mix. I've chosen to pour mine into small airtight containers. I picked these up in Asda, but you could use all sorts of fun jelly moulds. I do like these because the tops mean there's very little chance of leaks or spills in the lunch bags. So the same shop bought jelly pot cost 65p, but my 40p sachet could actually make 5 of these whole containers. So a few minutes of mixing and storing in the fridge, I definitely know which one I would choose. I've some own brand pasta twists and a jar of green pesto, and I'm going to make the easiest pesto pasta, which is nearly just as convenient as popping to the shops. So first up, I've boiled the pasta alongside some sweet corn, then I'm draining it through, and I will mix in 3 tablespoons of the jar of pesto. If it's not homemade, I do tend to add a little extra olive oil, as I find it takes away that acrid kind of bitter taste, and I give it a good mix through. This will also help it preserve in the fridge. Make sure to consider any nut allergies if this is going into school. There's lots of alternatives that you can go for with pesto. My children like it topped with parmesan, so I've added a little bit of that also. Stir it through, and this will keep in the fridge until you need it. Now my version cost just £1.30, and I only used about 1/7 of the pasta and jar. It still worked out a lot cheaper than shop bought pasta pots. With my dry goods such as raisins, crackers and pretzels, I like to buy them in bulk or large volumes. That way I can avoid the pricier alternatives of individual packets or bags. I also like storing them in glass jars, as I can see the stock levels and know when I'm about to run out. So from the jars you can fill your children's snack pots, and it's a lot more environmentally friendly by cutting down on all the unnecessary packaging as well. And I like to reuse any old sweetie containers. Jude loves this little tourlet. He had it from Sweets, and he always says he likes to have his raisin poos, which is definitely one way of getting them to eat it. So here I have some branded items: Dairy Lee cheese spread, Cathedral City cheese, pepperami, breadsticks, and also some Melba toast. So as you can see, I've put together some DIY Lunchables, which are way cheaper than the shop bought ones. So in this one, we've got some mini breadsticks, which come from a large bag of breadsticks. I've chose 2 cheese triangles and 1 pepperami all cut up. And in the next, I've got 2 individual cheeses, a few slices of rolled up ham, and 5 Melba toast. Using equivalent brands, I was able to do this for half the price. These type of yogurt treats are always a firm favourite in our house, and I think a huge part of it is the novelty factor of tipping the treats into the yogurt compartment. So you can actually make these really inexpensively for all of the family by using a large tub of yogurt and various containers. I like to keep the treat section separate. That way you don't lose the fun element of tipping your treats into the yogurt. I do the same with a large tub of custard, and I'm just pouring it into the containers and topping it with a few sprinkles. By doing it this way, you can use the same products, but just it works out way cheaper. Fruit and veg and the nutritional value of our children's lunch boxes is never something that I want to compromise, but a great way to save in that area is by checking out value deals and offers or what is currently in season. So after a little bit of chopping and prepping, you can have fruit at your fingertips and avoid those expensive pre-prepared fruit pots. Then you can make, in my opinion, a much fresher, tastier, cheaper fruit salad for the whole week ahead. Leftovers and lunches go hand in hand, so I've made one of my kids' favourite meatballs in tomato sauce dinners. With the few left over, I'm going to make a version of Subway's meatball marinara. So I've heated the meatballs through and I've sliced a soft white sub roll in half. This is for my 8-year-old son and it's his preference, but of course you could go for any variety. And I'm just layering on the meatballs and some of the sauce and top them with some grated cheese. The heat from the meatballs will melt the cheese, so it's convenient. You don't need to pop it in the oven or under the grill. And you could add extra sides if you want. And I'm just popping it into a paper sandwich bag, and it keeps it nice and fresh. I'm finishing it with a nice themed napkin because I think it just makes it look a bit more the part. So no Subway lunch would be complete without a bag of crisp and a chocolate chip cookie. And never mind Subway, this Mama's Meatball Marinara meal deal came in at just £1.15. So hopefully you found the video useful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below, and I will make more videos like these, and I'll also link the playlist to my previous lunchbox idea videos as well. But as always, thank you very much for watching, guys.